15 in the NFL. The Cardinals head to Detroit to take on the 1-11-1 Lions. But for the Cardinals, after that Monday night loss, Bob, it's about players being available now. And what are we learning?
Well, we learned that they're probably going to be without DeAndre Hopkins, not only this week, but maybe the rest of the regular season, it turns out. It wasn't a hamstring. It was a sprained knee. And according to ESPN's Adam Schefter, Hop is probably gone for the rest of the regular season, but should be available for the postseason. A sprained knee to me doesn't. It's kind of weird when you say you got to go for a second opinion. Usually that's for a surgical procedure of some type. I don't think you get surgery for a sprained knee. So is it worse than that? Is it not as bad as surgery? I don't know. We'll find out. The good news is the Cardinals have a lot of depth at wide receiver. But Greg, I heard through the grapevine, has a way how to solve this problem.
I'd go get Larry Fitzgerald right now.
Okay.
I don't know where he is. I'm assuming that as a GOAT, he's hanging out on a mountain somewhere. But someone needs to go get Larry Fitzgerald and plug him into the lineup opposite Christian Kirk, who I love. He caught a great deep ball last week. Opposite my cousin Rondale Moore, who's just firecracker. Anytime he gets the ball, he's capable of going any direction with it, just as quick as anything. And we also love AJ Green and Antoine Wesley. But I'm going to get Larry Fitzgerald because he's been there, done that in the playoffs. I'm going to get the guy right now.
Kent, you know a little bit about this. What do you think?
One, I don't get the feeling Larry wants to play football again. Two, I don't know that a 38-year-old receiver who hasn't played in a year, who last year obviously had lost a few steps, is going to help you at this point. I just don't see it. I think you roll with the guys you've got, and that's a better alternative. I don't see Fitz wanting to come back. I mean, he's telling people close to him he's never been at a happier time of his life than right now, and I don't think he wants to come back.
This is not about Larry Fitzgerald. This is about the fans. This is about the Arizona Cardinals. And this is about a chance to go to the playoffs, a chance to win a Super Bowl. If it's 3rd and 6, I'm throwing it to Larry. All that what Kent said might be true. I'm disregarding every last bit of it. I'm going to get Larry.
He certainly could be throwing it to Larry if Larry's on the sidelines watching the game as he's scrambling to get out of pressure. All right, let's look at this week. This is the 5th straight year the Cardinals are playing the Lions. They are 0-3-1 against the Lions in those 5 years. Yeah, Bob, it's true. 0-3-1. What are we looking for this week from the Cardinals against the Lions, Bob?
I had no idea that stat was true. That's bizarre. Wow, and I probably was covering some of those games, I would imagine. You floored me, Brian. What was the question?
Well, what are we looking for from the? Let's go to Kent. Kent, Bob, you think about that.
Sure.
Kent,
Just
Kent,
push
what do
me
you think about that?
aside.
Because you got me thinking about it last week, and I went and looked it up. And so, Kent, what do you think about? What do the Cardinals need to do against the Lions this week?
I mean, they feel like Lions are in the NFC West, right? Or the Cardinals are in the NFC Central. They play every year. It's kind of like the Panthers. The Panthers play every year. They should always be in the same division. Cardinals are the only team that I guess couldn't handle Matt Patricia-led Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions, I mean, yeah, it's they keep going through these coaches when they had a good one there in Jim Caldwell.
No doubt.
And these other two guys can't, I mean, don't get me started on that. But, yeah, this is a different Lions team. They don't have Matthew Stafford at quarterback. I don't think they're very dangerous. They're obviously not very good. I mean, the Cardinals, obviously it's the NFL. You got to dot your I's, cross your T's, be ready to play and all that stuff. But they'll take care of business in Detroit.
Greg?
And let me tell you something. I grew up there, right? There's a time in your life where anybody who grows up and shows signs of being a Lions fan, older people will kind of pull them aside and say, listen, man, you don't root for the Detroit Lions. And they'll tell you little stories like they'll say, do you know who the winningest coach in Detroit Lions history is? And you'll say, no. And they'll say, it's Wayne Fontes. And he's got a losing record. They'll tell you stuff like Wayne Fontes once hired his brother, and his brother was a defensive backs coach. and those two gentlemen couldn't agree on how to pronounce their last names. The Detroit Lions made Barry Sanders quit. They made Megatron quit. And apparently the only team they could beat is the Arizona Cardinals. And I'm just here for the chaos at this point. I just want to see where it goes.
Bob, is this a good recovery game for the Cardinals heading into Detroit this week?
Absolutely, Brian. There's something to be said for the heart the Lions have shown this year. However, I know they're 1-11 and 1, which is a horrible record, but in 6 games have been decided by 3 points or fewer, and they've had a lot of catastrophe happen at the end of games where just they had a chance in a handful of other games and it just all fell apart. And it happened again last week. I think, in talking to some of the Cardinals players this week, that they think they're building the right thing in Detroit. Arizona players are saying that, including Matt Prater, who spent a lot of time in Detroit before coming here this year. And I agree with them. I think the Cardinals won't overlook Detroit because they're going to bring it, and they're going to bring a physical brand of football. But they had 23 guys on the injured report last week and a ton of COVID cases, just like everybody's dealing with. And, without Hopkins, they should be able to beat them up pretty soundly. I don't think they'll destroy them, but it's a good recovery game, no doubt.
Bob, they could play DeAndre Hopkins and be fine. You probably also think Lucy's going to let Charlie Brown kick the football if you think the Lions are building something the right way.
That's what the players are telling me.
That's the fandom of Greg, coming through there.
Can't wait to see his prediction on this one.
Well, here we go. We're going to jump right into it. We're going to get going with Kent first, and the Cardinals are 13-point favorites, and it's a 47.5 over under. So 13-point favorites, 47.5 over under, and we go to you first, Kent.
And not too long ago, these were the two most feudal franchises, not only in professional football, but really in professional sports. The Cardinals found their way for a while, lost their way. They've refound their way. I think, like I said earlier, I think the Cardinals take care of business. I think this is going to be, Cardinals are going to win this 37-14.
All right. Greg's doing some math. Bob, we'll come to you first.
Yeah, I'm afraid to see what he's working on over there. That computer box thing he's got. He might be playing Game Boy for all I know. And, this should not be an issue. The Cardinals should be able to go in there and take care of business, run the ball, throw the ball, create turnovers. They know what's at stake. They're going to take care of business, but I don't think they blow them away. I think it's going to be Cardinals 20, Lions 10, and I'll be just happy with the Cardinals. Will be just happy with that.
Wow. Okay, that's an interesting take. All right, Greg, here we go. I'll just let you know, Greg, as you're thinking and pondering, the Lions are scoring about 16 points a game, and they're allowing almost 400 yards offense for the opposing team. So here we go. Again,
you're talking facts here. I'm talking Detroit Lions.
Let Rain Man do his thing, Brian. Come on.
So does anybody know what Super Bowl we're on?
53?
No.
55?
56, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, we're coming up on 56. It was 55.
Okay.
It was LV last year.
And so that means we're on Super Bowl LVI, right?
Correct.
And I'm thinking that the Cardinals have enough to go to the Super Bowl, especially if they go get Larry Fitzgerald. So I'm going Cardinals, LVI, Lions, 1-11-1. And I'm predicting the Cardinals win.
What does that score?
I'm going to add 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. So that would be 4. They're going to score 4. I'm adding those numbers up just as a heads up. Okay. Well, it's always been interesting. Week 15 hopefully will not be as well. Let's just hope the Cardinals come away with a victory on Sunday in Detroit, and all your coverage here at azcentral.com.